Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber. Thanks for stopping by. Music, Spins, and Sounds with Bill. And it is Saturday. This is spinning number 132. Yeah, been doing this for a while. This is, if you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about the music that I listened to this week from my personal vinyl and CD collections that either in there or I added to them. And I show you the media, and I talk a little bit about each one. First one we open up today, this was a 1997 unofficial release of For Rhymes and Reasons by Genesis. 7 songs on it. The original one was Genesis. The original Rhymes and Reason was Genesis captured live on their Trick of the Tail tour around the country. And this one, somebody just unofficially cut in there for CD. For Genesis, I now have 11 LPs and 2 CDs in my collection by them. This is pretty good stuff. They picked out some good stuff in here. Fifth to Fifth, Entangled, Squonk, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, The Carpet Crawlers, I Know What I Like in Your Wardrobe, and Los Endos. And so what can I say? It was just on somebody unofficially. They picked out 7 songs. They cut the album, and it actually does have a barcode on it. So it's unofficial, but official. I guess whatever you. Let me show you the vinyl on this. A nice yellow. So this is a nice prog rock addition to my collection. And for the week, I'm going to give it a G plus. Get the week started off on the right foot anyway, with G plus for the unofficial release of For Rhyme and Reason in 1997. Okay. All right, that's first one out of the book. Don't forget, go down there and do all that good stuff they like you to do. Hit that like button. If you're watching and you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Help the channel grow. We're up to 50 subscribers. We're on a move a little bit. Let's get some more. Let's get going. Tell your friends. Bring them on over. The next album is one I picked up in Whatnot from Esky Knows Vinyl. And I bid on it. I jumped on it right away. I got it at a reasonable price. This is a 1977 album in really good shape. Point of no return no return. No, I don't know how many times I overlooked it, but I didn't. It says point of no return, but the no is KNOW. I don't know how many times I looked over that and it didn't dawn on me. There goes that Bill's phone. Anybody win the bet this week of when it would ring or make noise? Let's get it shut down. My, oh my. There we go. All right. I have 3 LPs in the collection by Kansas. I do really like Kansas. They are on my watch list for more stuff. This was the 5th studio album by the American rock band. It's critically acclaimed for the singles Point of No Return, which was a late addition to the album, and Portrait, He Knew, which was written about Albert Einstein. Oh, well, they come up with these when they're the creativity of people when they're creative people when they're doing things. What a beautiful in shape inner. There's 23. We're 49 years old. This is like really VG plus plus. I think there's the one above that. It's going to be excellent. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Although it did get mixed reviews when it came out, but it didn't become their highest charting album in the United States, peaking at number 4, and would sell 4 million copies in the U.S. As you can see, the vinyl is really, really good shape. Would I play it again? Yeah, I would play it again if I remembered that I have it. That's the problem what I have sometimes when I want to, what do I want to play? And I can't remember everything that's in there. It's in the collection, you know. So for we're going to go G plus on this one also for the week. For the music, this is the Point of No Return, the 77 album by Kansas. Off to a great start this week, huh? Good stuff. Good stuff. Where we're going on next? We're going on another one that I think I ordered this one from Amazon because I wanted to get some stuff by them in the album, and I had to move the hype sticker over. This is Procol Harum, Shine On Brightly, an official facsimile vinyl edition of the classic albums. This is the classic album cut at Abbey Road Studio. There's the hype sticker right there. I put it on the outside of the new cover. This was the second studio album by the English rock band. It is a gatefold. Kind of strange to figure, those little lights that they got next to them are sparklers from the 4th of July, I guess. They wouldn't be celebrating the 4th of July in England, but they must have been celebrating something. They were sparklers. Maybe they were in the U.S. during that time. Who knows? This album is considered by a lot of people as an early example of progressive rock. The single, quite rightly so, failed to repeat the success of Procol Harum's first two singles, A Whiter Shade of Pale and Hamburg. But the album itself was a commercial success. There was no inner on this one. And it outperformed the first album, though it failed to chart in their home country. In Canada, the album reached number 26. I do have the self-titled Procol Harum album on my watch list because I really love that song, A Whiter Shade of Pale. I want to get more of these guys into my collection, so that would be a great one to pick up and get in the collection. Don't you think? Anybody like Procol Harum out there? So Procol Harum, it's been a tough week, so I'm going to just go G on this one here, even though it was pretty good, but I already rated it as G, so then that's a Shine On Brightly. This is a 2024 reissue of the 68 album, and the only thing I have by them in my collection. It's a G for the week. Well, it's that time of the week where we'll normally pick out 2 CDs from the CD collection, but once again, for the second week in a row, it's only one because it's a double. It's a double. This is the 1986 reissue of the 71 release Hot Rocks, 1964 to 1971 by the Rolling Stones. And I have 11 LPs and 11 CDs in my collection by the Stones. I must like the Stones. Yeah, what do you say about that? Isn't that crazy? All right, and got a little booklet here with them. Let's take a look at it. This includes a mixture of hit singles such as Jumpin' Jack Flash and B-sides such as Play with the Fire, album tracks Under My Thumb, Gimme Shelter. Gimme Shelter became one of the Rolling Stones' most popular and heavily regarded songs. This album peaked at number 4 in the Billboard 200 chart, and as of July 2024, the album spent 438 weeks on the top 200 chart. That's a long time. A long time. Oh, well, there we go. This is going to open to let me put that back in there. Let me show you the CDs. Got a little fingerprint on that side. They didn't have the Stones didn't have any say about this this production and what was on it and that, because they lost control of their pre 1971 catalog to their former manager Alan Klein. That's a real shame when managers used to really get in there and screw over their clients and so forth. This here is a VG addition to the collection. I really like the Stones' early stuff. That's why it's so VG for me. You know, there's the tracks on the back. You can get a little closer. You can put it on pause and check them out. Time is on my side. Oh, good stuff. Really good stuff. So there we go. The CD of the week. Hot Rocks, 1964 to 1971 by the Rolling Stones. Gets a VG for the week. Don't forget, at the end of the video, I pick out the two that were my favorites of the week. And also, a while back ago, I made a decision not to include any CDs or albums that were compilations. So that Hot Rocks one won't be one of the picks favorites of the year because of that particular reason. Because they were starting to win them all. And I said, nah, I got to do something about that. Maybe wrong, but that's what I did. All right, we're going to go back now to 1981. An album by Neil Diamond, On the Way to the Sky. That's a young looking Neil, huh? This is his 14th studio album. I have 5 LPs and 1 3 CD box set in the collection by Neil. There's the tracks. Opens up the great song I really like, Yesterday's Songs. The album reached number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. Another inner in good shape, except for a little bend up here, or up here. It looks like, yeah, we got a little bend up here. It's been in one of my drunken states, and I didn't take care of it properly. Don't drink anymore, but I used to. That really doesn't have to matter with this video anyway, does it? All right, so beside that, Yesterday's Songs, Be Mine Tonight reached the top 40, peaking at 35. But the album overall underscored its predecessor to The Jazz Singer, which is a really good album, but still released 1 million copies. Like I said, I really liked the song Yesterday's Song, and I found the entire album to be a really nice listen. So for this week, the 1981 album by Neil Diamond. How did I say young earlier? I don't remember. It's Neil Diamond. Okay. Gets G plus. I probably did say that. And I'm not going to go back and edit it. This is, it just shows you I make mistakes. Okay, and then the final one of the week was a really good one. Number 135 in my collection. And it's a 1981 album by the Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager. I have 5 LPs and 2 CDs in the collection. And this was by the Moody Blues, and this was their 10th studio album. Okay, let's see, no inner in here? No, must have thrown it away. Because this was bought by me originally. It's probably one of those paper ones, but I'd get rid of once I keep them if it's a nice printed one. But if it's just plain paper one, it goes in the trash once I put it through this first deep clean with me. It had the U.S. top 20 singles: Gemini Dreamin', number 12, The Voice, number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100. And the third single, Talking Out of Turn, only reached number 65 at 100, but reached number 27 in Canada. This is on their label. But it also continued the Moody Blues' winning streak in their native UK, reaching number 7 there. Charted in 10 different countries. Get this up the correct way. And it's still a little crooked, but I'll show you the back again. I'll show you the back again so you can see the track listings. People thought because of Long Distance Voyager that it was like a space theme. There's the track, the tracks up there. But it's really about people and situations and feelings. Talking Out of Turn is a particular feeling. The final 3 tracks of the album comprise a mini suite that combines themes of carnival gestures and the chaos experienced backstage at a rock show. So, the 1981 album, Long Distance Voyager by the Moody Blues, gets a big VG for the week by me. I really enjoyed listening to this. Maybe it was, I'm going to start watching, because this was the last one I listened to, and I just listened to it this morning. Am I starting to rate the most recent song I listened to higher, or songs I listened to higher? I don't know. But we'll check that in the future. We'll check that out in the future. Okay, so that's it for the week. That was spinning number 132. Let's go back. Of course, what are we going to pick? What are we going to pick? I think, because, this doesn't necessarily mean it's better than the other ones. It's just the ones that struck my fancy the best or like favorites for the week. And I'm going to go with Point of No Return by Kansas from 1977. Let me put a little highlight on that one. And then I'm going to go with the last one of the day, Long Distance Voyager by the Moody Blues from 1981. Well, that's it. Please put some comments down there. Did you have any of these albums? Do you like any of these artists? Who's your favorite artist? What did you listen to this week? Put the comments down there. I love to hear from you, and I'll definitely get back with you. SoCal Saber saying, take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.